All right, so let's get into it. So, as you know, he's already been, he's already committed this crime related to the deepfakes. Obviously, I don't want to show them. I don't want to reproduce them, but he's done deepfake images of the streamers in Japan, in Korea. So he's done them of Dalgoon, of Bang TV, J Company, all those guys. He's made deepfakes of them that are sexual, people kissing, all that sort of stuff, people kissing Johnny Somali and kissing each other, etc. He also did a sexual deepfake of Bong Bong IRL, who filed a report. So all these things are out there, and we talked in depth about why deepfakes are punished and why deepfakes are so serious. But one basic premise that is often forgotten, especially by those in the US and even neighboring countries like Japan, which has no such restriction and a wild industry, is that pornography is actually illegal in Korea. Let me say that one more time. Pornography is illegal in Korea. Now, I'm going to go over the parameters of exactly what is illegal, because you might say, well, hold on, Andrew. I looked at the gooning statistics. Yes, gooning statistics. There's, if you've watched my Destiny coverage, we're talking about having to bring in gooning experts. But now on the Somali coverage, we're going to talk about gooning statistics. If you talk about the download of pornography, South Korea is pretty high. But the real thing that's prohibited is the distribution and promotion and creation of such materials in Korea. That's the real key, is promoting, distributing that level of operation. Let's cover what he did. So this is in his Discord, obviously, and we've got this image here. Now, I have censored this because YouTube is gonna, this is in the naughty camp for YouTube here. But as you can see, this is pulled up. It's the edited version here. But Johnny Somali, and I'm sure you guys are very creative. You're very creative at home. You can probably fill in the words here. And I'm also not going to promote the actual website, which is why I blocked it out. But you can see here, this is posted by Johnny Somali. He posted a link, publicly sharing it to a group, promoting it, right, with his name on it, right, saying free Ebony, and I'm going to let you fill that in, and black, and I'll let you fill in the word that begins with P, right, videos. Watch free Ebony and P videos, exclusive erotic content on the website, right? So, I mean, you guys can figure this out. You're very intelligent people. You can fill in this in. I'm sure you can fill this in. So, and then he proceeds to follow that up, the follow-up text messages here, which I can show you guys in full, and make it way, way worse, is that, and he is that the clear promotion here of saying, I need all my ninjas to goon. Next business venture. He literally went out of the way to say it's his business venture. So there was some plausible deniability because, oh, it's not mine. It's not mine. He literally confessed to this being his business venture. So that's illegal in Korea. And let's get to the act on where it's illegal. It's actually in the Telecoms Act. So they had a very broad Telecoms Act, which prohibits a lot of things and a lot of unlawful information and unlawful behavior. And specifically under the Korean Act on Promoting Information and Communications, you have here, and I'll try to zoom in. I know it's going to be a little, I know it's not going to be perfect here, but I will try my best. So you have here, no one may circulate information on any of the following subparagraphs. So these things are prohibited. You cannot do this. Number one, and this is it, information with obscene content distributed, sold, rented, or displayed openly in the form of code, words, sound, image, or motion picture. So essentially, that would include the nudes. And if you look at the punishment for this, the punishment for this is, if you're liable for this, imprisonment with labor for up to 1 year, or by fine not exceeding 10 million won, which is about $7,000, right? So up to a year in prison and a fine for a person who distributes, sells, lends, or openly displays any obscene codes, letters, sound, images, or motion pictures. So essentially, this is a violation of that prohibition. Now, to be very clear, as I said, there's a lot of downloading of naughty material, spicy material in Korea, but the downloading is actually not what's illegal. They don't prosecute folks as far as I know, and once again, I'm not infallible. I'm not a Korean lawyer, but as far as I've researched and looked into, it really isn't the downloading that's as much of an issue. It's the distribution. And when he says it's his business venture and he's trying to encourage all of his homies to goon, and he's posting this up, openly in a group Discord, promoting this while he is physically in Korea, indisputably. Ramsey Khalid Ismail is in Korea, and he promotes this. That would violate that statute. That would go over and violate that. So that would be another potential year on the track. Now, you could say, Andrew, is this something that they take seriously? Well, they've actually had some cases, in fact, some really big cases where people have been jailed over this. So this was back in 2019, but there was a site called Soranet, which was actually it involved also spy cams and women that didn't have consent, but they were sentenced to jail. One of them, I believe, got 4 years in jail, and the other got some jail time and some fines over there. So they have seriously punished people in South Korea for distribution of pornography. So this is not something that's a joke. And where I think this really fucks him, especially at this point, is with the deepfakes. Because if the police are on the fence, if the prosecutors are on the fence about the deepfakes, and then they see him creating a porn website, I think they're going to be concerned. And if you guys want to see one of the most crazy things or research it, I don't even want to talk about it on this channel because it's so dark and so up and so twisted. But if you guys want to just Google the Nth Room scandal, just look it up. It's really dark. You may have seen it. I think there's a Netflix documentary talking about it. There's definitely YouTube videos talking about it. Look up the Nth Room scandal. It involved a lot of sexual blackmail and pornography and all that sort of stuff, and some of it involving minors in Korea. Some of this stuff can be dealt with pretty serious because it's a dark road when you start going down it. And they're very wary of anything that can head down this direction. And when you start coupling running a porn site with, hey, this person is known to have distributed deepfakes, I think that gets prosecutors more concerned. So this certainly doesn't help Somali, and why he would choose to push this 10 days from his trial date is absolutely insane. It's absolutely crazy. It's something where even if he did have a lawyer, I mean, certainly I guarantee you he didn't tell his lawyer he was distributing porn and promoting pornography. I think that makes it more and more likely that we eventually see something related to the deepfake charges at some point.